Surprising end to a local trial. The judge declares a mistrial.
You've seen our coverage before.
Today was day 10 of the trial against Eric Bodenweiser.
WBOC has been on the scene covering the case of Eric Bodenweiser facing charges of molesting a young boy in the late 80s. And it all ended in a hung jury back in June. Come January, the process will all start over again. But where is the question? Bodenweiser's defense attorney, Joe Hurley, says the coverage by WBOC and countless other media outlets has made it impossible to have a fair trial in Sussex County, and he's turned to a poll to try and prove it. Hurley contracted a company called Susquehanna Polling and Research to poll about 1,000 people spread throughout Sussex, Kent, and Newcastle counties. The poll asked residents if they had an opinion on the case and if that opinion would impact their fairness as jurors. In Sussex, just above 12% said that they were unlikely or very unlikely to change their opinions. That compared to 2.6% and 3% in Kent and Newcastle counties.
I've been practicing law in Sussex County for over 22 years. This is the first time I've ever heard a defense attorney use a poll to try and determine if there had been too much pretrial publicity.
John Brady, a Georgetown attorney, says polls are rare, but changes of venue are even more rare. And so he says this is a creative way to prove a point.
Unlike Maryland, where in certain cases you automatically get a change of venue, Delaware you have to prove where the venue is so contaminated you need to change.
Completely unusual.
And attorney Ed Gill says that these polls are uncommon simply because of limited resources.
You're talking about a tremendous amount of time and money being spent to go ahead and gather that data to go ahead and present to the court.
The state has already responded to the poll, questioning the fairness of the questions. In court documents, state attorneys said that the poll might have been, quote, conducted in a subjective fashion rather than a random or neutral manner. The defense will have until November 28th to offer the court their argument for why a change of venue is needed, and the poll numbers are likely to be included. In Sussex County, this is Evan Kozloff for WBOC News in Georgetown.